we're going to get some more rest after this. We'll have a week of practice next week, and then really it's a sprint to the finish there. Okay. I mentioned the other day, after the Bergen game, as awesome as it is to always beat them right around Christmas time, you still don't win anything in December, right? You win something in January, you win something in February, and you win something in March. We've been able to do that now, so we be proud of that and continue to focus on that. Tonight, we got to set ourselves on straight and play the same type of game that we played against a really good Bergen Catholic team. To me, as a coach, the most important and impressive thing that we did was shots on goal. 40 to 12 or 15. I don't want to undercut what you had, but it was about 40 to 15. And when you get that, you're going to get 4 goals. Hey, you're going to score 4 goals, and whether Kevin's in net or Ethan or Damien's in net, you give up 15, we're winning those games. And that, to me, is the most important thing.
It's clear that maximizing shots is at the top of Toscos' agenda for tonight's battle against public school powerhouse Suffern.
Shoot pucks instead of that silly rope-a-dope you try pulling on these guys, okay? Matty, pull the puck in and shoot it. I want you to pull, get a defenseman's legs moving, and shoot the puck, okay? Let's go, bub.
As Don Bosco faces off against the 2-time Division I New York State champions in front of a capacity crowd, the Ironmen jump out to an early lead in shots and possession. The game is relatively free-flowing until Arthur Zimmerman is cross-checked early in the first period. And while the power play unit is able to generate chances, the Mounties work hard on the kill, leaving Don Bosco with nothing to show for the opening power play. Back at even strength, the period continues uneventfully until a referee's whistle changes the dynamic.
Good job by Sal. Help him, Hunt. That's pretty soft. All right. Let it be. That's pretty soft. Let it be.
Regardless of how the Bosco bench feels about it, Hunter McGee heads to the box for a 2-minute tripping minor as the Ironmen take their turn at the kill.
First power play goal we've given up all year.
And for Don Bosco, things will get worse before they get better. The goal stands despite heavy protests from senior captain Will Fortescue, and the Ironmen find themselves in an 0-2 hole. Shortly after this, Lucas Clem, a sophomore defenseman in his first varsity game, gets a chance from the point and capitalizes. Clem's first varsity goal makes it a 1-goal hockey game.
Oh, nice dish.
The Bosco bench is unable to finish celebrating Lucas Clem's goal before they once again find themselves on the wrong side of hockey law.
No. We get dive? Line changes. You have to have him ready. He's already yelled at me twice.
The Ironmen will manage to kill off the penalty and head to the first intermission with a 1-goal game. But at the start of the second period, familiar problems persist in the form of an insufficient number of shots and more disagreements with officiating.
It's fancy, but no shot. Shot, I need a shot, buddy. Yeah, I need that. Shoot pucks, please. Come on, shoot pucks, shoot pucks. Come on. Hey, of all calls, that's a square punch to the face. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Michael Rubin's equalizer with 4:32 to go in the second period feels like a definitive momentum shift. The Ironmen finish out the period monopolizing possession and generating more chances. It feels like the go-ahead goal is inevitable. But as Don Bosco walks off the ice for the second intermission, at least one person in the visitors' locker room is not satisfied.
Okay, this is what I have from that period. Scoring chances. I'm gonna call out 3 guys right here. Okay, you had top of the circle. You had a play where you could just put. You're a righty. You could have just pulled the puck and shot. Instead, you pulled and then tried to make an extra move there. And did we get a scoring chance? No, we didn't. But we didn't get it, did we? It's a yes or no question. Did we get a shot on goal? Okay, that's so we need shots. That's a chance. Where's you kind of coming in down low here, out of the Zamboni side of the door there, coming in down low. You have a lane to the net to shoot. What did you do? You tried to take it, cut across. Did you get a shot on goal? No. Okay. Same kind of area in here. You had a lane to the net. You tried to make a move around a guy. Did you get a shot on net? Okay. 3 guys had really good scoring chances where we did not put a puck on the net. Where's Rubes? Did you throw a puck at the net from behind the goal line almost? Did it go in? Yeah. Okay. Did you throw a puck? It was either you or Geraci, somebody that threw a puck towards the net and the goalie didn't see and it just hit him and then a rebound was standing right there? It's Hef? Okay, maybe it was Hef. It's fine. But did it hit the goalie and was there a rebound line right? Okay. So guys, the shots to the net are the ones that are going to go in. The ones that we take extra time to shoot, all 3 examples didn't come near. We didn't get a shot. So we're not going to score if we don't get a shot. Okay? Are we clear on this? Really? Okay. Jesus. All right, let's go.
Don Bosco comes out to start the third period with energy. But a tripping minor in the offensive zone puts the Ironmen back on the kill. And for the second time this night, the penalty kill is unsuccessful. Embriano's backhander brings the Ironmen within 1. But they'll spend the remainder of this game chasing a tying goal that will never come. There's no doubt, this one stings. But when juxtaposed against the most prominent link between Don Bosco, Suffern, and the main rink at Sportorama, the loss is put in sobering perspective. In any locker room around the world, the corner stall is reserved for only the most respected teammates. At Don Bosco, it's permanently occupied. To understand why, we need to go back to the early 90s, when the current Ironmen coaching staff graced the ice sheet at Sportorama wearing maroon and white. In the fall of 1991, Thomas Kennedy of New City, New York, enrolled at Don Bosco.
Played hockey with him growing up. He was a freshman when Greg and myself were sophomores.
Not the most skilled guy out there, but by far the hardest working guy out there.
TK was the quintessential team player. During his junior season, he left his familiar defensive post to join Toscos on the top line and helped the Ironmen reach their first New Jersey state final.
He was a great kid, ended up going from Bosco to Salisbury to West Point.
And it was at the nation's military academy that Kennedy's leadership abilities flourished. Over a decade after graduation, the married father of two had 2 tours of Iraq under his belt as he prepared to deploy to Afghanistan for the first time in the summer of 2012.
And so it was on an August day 3 years ago that Flo found himself leading a group of American and Afghan soldiers as they escorted their commanders to a meeting with local Afghans. It was a journey that the team had done many times before. They began to approach the bridge, and a pair of motorcycles sped toward them from the other side. A man dressed in dark clothing, walking backwards just some 10 feet away. The man spun around and turned toward them, and that's when Flo sprinted toward him. He pushed him away from the formation, and as he did, he noticed an object under the man's clothing, a bomb. They shoved the bomber again and again, and they pushed him so hard he fell to the ground onto his chest, and then the bomb detonated. That blast by the bridge claimed 4 American heroes. 4 heroes Flo wants us to remember today.
When Florent Flo Groberg received the Medal of Honor in 2015, he became the 10th living service member to receive the award. Since then, he's used his platform to remember the 4 who didn't come home from Kunar province.
America lost 4 heroes that day. Command Sergeant Major Griffin, Major Gray, Major Kennedy, and Foreign Service Area Officer Reggae Abdel Fattah.
In a weird way, none of this is surprising for TK's hockey teammates. Even as a junior defenseman, he was always willing to do anything for his guys.
He was selfless.
A West Pointer who loved hockey and became a role model to cadets and troops because he always cared more about other people than himself, Major Tom Kennedy.
Well, I think it's a great testament for the guys to realize how he made the ultimate sacrifice, that it's going to live on. His memory will live on. What he believed in will live on. What he fought for will live on. And it's here as a constant reminder today and forever that we really appreciate his service, his family sacrifice. And never forget about that. It's his brothers, Johnny and Georgie, his parents, his wife, Kathy, Maggie, Brody, his kids. We want everybody to know that it lives on.
For Will Fortescue, the TK tradition is extra important. Growing up, Tommy Kennedy wasn't the war hero we know today, but simply a family friend.
He made the ultimate sacrifice so that we could live our lives in freedom here in America. And every day we do our best to keep his memory alive and do our best to honor him, whether we're wearing his jersey or just playing at a practice and just give it your all, just try to be like Tommy, living up to his legacy.
We want them to understand what it is about to sacrifice and to be part of something that's bigger than yourself. And, in this way, in a weird kind of way, he's kind of still leading.
"11 days after the Suffern loss, Don Bosco is down in Randolph for another rematch with Delbarton.
To think about when we were in the locker room before the Suffern practice and the sound bites that we played. You guys remember, right? Yeah. First one was Belichick after they won last year, saying, "How did you win again? 6 Super Bowls, And he said, "Guys on this team were selfless. They did what had to be done in order for the team to win, regardless of what their role was, or more importantly, how they were playing." Right? So that's what Belichick was saying. Like, doesn't matter how we were playing. It was that every guy pulled for the team in the right direction to make sure they were doing it, right? Think of that. That's one. 2 was the other soundbite was Ed Reed talking about the locker room and those little attention to details and things that he forced upon his players as a captain to make sure that they understood that details help you win. In his case, he was talking about picking up towels, picking up trash, doing the things to make the locker room a winning type of culture and locker room. Now, we already have that type of culture here. My point on the details are things like the face-offs, right? Making sure centers, you're not jumping in a face-off before your wings aren't ready, lining up properly, positioning, all that kind of stuff. Same message, different types of things, but same message. Timelines here, let's stick to it. Let's make sure we're dressed, ready, on time, and ready to go. Okay? Let's go, boys. Let's get a good one here.
Sedlak's first period goal snaps a 4-game slump for the star centerman. It also gives his team a 1-goal lead that will hold into the first intermission.
Let's go, boys. This season was probably we need more shots. Let's go. Come on, boys.
Real quick. Zamboni's done. For you guys that I talked to in practice about shooting the puck, Troy just missed a howitzer. That just missed. He didn't react. Will just missed one. He didn't react. Connors, he reacted late in the back of the net. Okay? You get in that scoring zone, top of the circles, anywhere like that, or if you're rushing up ice, Sean Kenny, I said to you, as you were coming up ice, instead of making that move, hammer that puck at the net, he's late to react. Okay? Get the puck on net. It's going in the net. Let's have the lively bench. Let's go win a second period here. Let's go. Come on, boys.
Delbarton freshman Chase Pirtle's power play goal will tie the game midway through the second period, leaving Don Bosco searching for the answering goal. And they'll have to wait until the end of the period, when senior captain Hunter McGee delivers. Then at the start start of the third period, Will Fortescue seemingly puts the icing on the cake. But now Don Bosco needs to play with an ever-dangerous 2-goal lead and a Delbarton team knocking at the doorstep. Delbarton senior Ben Conrod's goal in the latter half of the third period brings Delbarton within 1. And then within 30 seconds of the following face-off, the unthinkable. Conrod's second goal ties the game and shell-shocks Don Bosco. The second rematch of last year's state final game will end in a disappointing tie.
Turn around and bounce back. We got on the road Princeton Day tomorrow. We are going to leave early. We'll have food on the bus. We'll leave early, so let's be ready to go. It's going to be a very good game. It always is against Princeton Day. A very good team. I want us to have that effort that we had for, again, 38 minutes. We just got to pull together for a full 45. It's not even 30. Listen, it was 3 minutes really in there.
The following day presents an opportunity to right the ship. Down south in Princeton, New Jersey. Lucas Clem's blast from the point with 10 minutes to go in the first period opens the scoring for the Ironmen. But that lead was not destined to last, as the home team gets one back quick. A hard-fought first period ends, all sides squared at 1. Merrimack-bound junior defenseman Michael Rubin continues his scoring prowess, hammering home a rebound to regain the lead for Don Bosco. period grows chippier in its latter half. Senior forward Arthur Zimmerman is injured along the boards, and Don Bosco plays 4-on-5. Princeton Day takes advantage and evens the score. Now Don Bosco will have to win it in the third period, down a forward.
I don't know who's laughing down there, but I should get.
After a hard-fought third, Don Bosco thinks they have a game winner. But with no signal from the referee, the goal is unofficial. Until now.
Every puck is deep. Throw it on net. I don't care. We'll take face-offs. But every puck has to go on the net, down net. Okay? Boys, we're the better team. We're the better team. It's time to seal it up here and walk out with a W, okay? Let's go, puck.
It took more time and effort than they expected, but Don Bosco Hockey has their first win of the new decade.
All right, real quick. 2-2 on the road in a game where you're fighting to score goals, hitting posts, missing shots that normally would go in. Not just you, but a bunch of guys. Right? Guys, how about the black line coming in with 2 goals today? Vince, you're up.
Okay. This kid got the GW today. Joe.
All right, so we're here in the middle of nowhere playing against Princeton Day School. Joe, we just got our first win in a while. What do you think went well out there? 2 things that went well.
I think we kept our cool when we were down. It was 2-2, and we were kind of breaking down, and we were able to find ways to score. So another thing I think we did good was get pucks deep too.
So we were never down in that game? It was 1-0, 1-1, 2-1.
No, down mentally.
Like metaphor.
Mentally. Mentally. All right.
If you want to throw in a simile or two.
Viv gives you the road, claims you got the game winner, but a lot of people are saying Brendan put it in at the end. What do you think went on there?
That's Cap, that's his goal.
So Rubes got the puck, shot it, went off the end wall. It was just laying there, and I tapped it in, hit the post, and it was just chilling there. And it found its way to the back of the net. That's all I'm saying.
All right, thank you, and that's it for the first win of the new decade.
On the next episode of Road to the Rock, the defending champs hit a low point and do some soul searching to get their swagger back.